I know I'm not a man, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm probably not a woman. The trouble is, we're living in a world that insists we be one or the other. Kate Bornstein, an activist who fully transitioned from male to female in the mid 1980s. From the second we are born, society places us in a box. Based on how we look, we are assigned a gender at birth. We are expected to accept this and continue to follow the rules society has set up for us. But what if society was wrong and you don't fit into the box it assigned you in, or even the box you weren't assigned? This is the struggle of rejecting the gender binary. This is Salem. Salem is non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, though before they always felt it was easier to let themselves be considered conventionally transgender, male to female. They felt their friends and family would not accept or understand their true identity. This has put a huge strain on Salem's mental health, and unfortunately, Salem is not alone in this feeling. Salem, like many others, discovered the word non-binary online. While it was nice to finally have an identity that made sense to how they were feeling, the struggle was still there. They now felt they had to keep their identity a secret, scared of what others may think of them now. There are more than 1 million non-binary adults in the United States. Many have had the same experience as Salem. I wanted to create a space that goes through the journey of deconstructing the gender binary. I needed this to be inspiring, to make people empathize with the struggle. I believe that this is the way that change can be made and acceptance can begin. When you first arrive into the space, you are forced to choose between one of two doors. They both lead to the same 60-foot-long hallway, but each door leads you down a different colored path, one side being blue, being representative of male, and one side being pink, representative of female, the gender binary. Without knowing, you are now put on a side and feel forced to stay on that side throughout the entire space. This path leads you to another space covered in mirrors meant to represent the feeling of being lost and confused in your own body that many gender nonconforming people go through. Laura A. Jacobs, a therapist in New York who focuses on LGBT clients, has said, and let's say you're a binary trans person who hasn't yet transitioned, around the edges of the blurriness, between the streaks, you can at least imagine the reflection you want. You know what it is. But the non-binary person may not have an image. Even with the help of a foggy mirror, they may not be able to find themselves. This space was inspired by that feeling. The mirror on the exterior wall of the space is a one-way mirror. People on the outside are watching as you go through this. This new path is the longest on this entire journey. It is on a ramp leading up to represent the challenges in a binary society. I wanted this next space to be inspiring and hopeful. After the long journey, accepting your identity can be a beautiful, wonderful thing. Though this is the shortest space in the entire exhibit because unfortunately not every non-binary person has made it to this place yet. To exit the exhibit, you must leave through another mirrored path. This is representative of society's pressure now put on someone who accepted their identity. The fight continues. People should leave this exhibit feeling inspired to make change so that every non-binary, gender-fluid, genderqueer person can feel accepted and valid with their identity, and to ultimately deconstruct the gender binary that causes all these struggles.